Oh, they're having an accident. They start getting attacked. Fly me to the moon. Hi, welcome back to the Cozy Coffee Corner here at Flickspresso, where we will be unraveling cinema one sip at a time. So it's summer again and we gotta celebrate it by reacting to 2024 summer blockbuster trailers. Let's give it a try, shall we? Okay, so the first movie we're going to be reacting to is gonna be Twisters, starring Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones. I'm very curious. Starts off exciting.
Whatever's in there is big and it's moving fast. Drive.
Oh, they're having an accident. Okay. I remember the 1996 movie starring Bill Paxton and what's her name, Helen Hunt. I saw that movie like a long time ago. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Like they're tornado hunters, right? Except now they have modern technology. Whereas back in the 90s it was still kind of... I don't understand the fascination people have with seeking the danger so much. Like, I guess it's either you have it or you don't, but I don't know. I would not have the balls for this. So why would you ever want to put yourself in that situation? I don't get it. There's two of them. There's two Twisters, like it's twin Twister. That's why it's called Twisters, of course. Oh my god. Okay.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Nope.
Okay. Here's what I gotta say about it. It seems like the type of movie where the protagonists survive impossible situations, whereas other characters that are not too important for the plot just get killed off one by one because of the tornado, and then the main characters just survive every little... They should have been dead 20 times, but yet they're still alive because they're the main characters. That's the vibe I'm getting from this trailer. As I just said, I don't have many memories of the 90s version of this movie starring Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. What I do remember about it is that they were tornado hunters and they also did stuff chasing tornadoes. I hope for this movie that the acting will be... I mean, Glenn Powell stars in it. Like, I read something the other day where they said that movie stars are dead, but Glenn Powell is an example of one of the modern movie stars who's still like an actual movie star, not like an influencer that just gets cast in a movie because it's an influencer. But Glenn Powell gives off this star energy, and I don't know if Twisters is going to really show that off. He starred in works such as Devotion, Hitman, Anyone But You, and now Twisters is next. I don't think Twisters is gonna be his best work yet, but he definitely has potential. Like, he can act. The man can act. I just hope this movie is gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be a direct sequel to the original or if it's going to be a standalone where the two stories are like divided from each other. We shall see when it comes out. Up next we have It Ends With Us, starring Blake Lively. Let's see what it has to show.
Hey Lily, you want to do the honors?
No, you go ahead. I need to take it in from here.
I was hoping you'd say that. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, that's my brother Ryle.
The first official customer?
Well, you'd have to buy something to be considered a customer. Right now, you're just loitering.
That's true. That's true, alright.
That special
Alright, it's based on a book.
feel. That first kiss.
That first kiss. It's a romantic movie.
But 15 seconds. That's all it takes to completely change everything.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's an abusive romance. Oh. Blake Lively always stars in...
I will. in a long time.
Blake Lively always stars in romantic movies, right? Or am I wrong? I haven't seen many things with Blake Lively in it.
Yeah, we were just kids then.
Oh, this is wholesome.
Is that your guy?
Yeah, that's Ryle.
Is she cheating though? Is she going out with another guy while she's in an abusive relationship with the previous one? Girl, I think you should break up first and then...
It wasn't my question.
Maybe it's not that easy. I'm trying to put myself in a situation that I've never been in, so...
One day you had a dog.
What would you say to her? She came to you and
Blake
said
Lively's
that
still
she
looking good.
loved was hurting her. What would you say to her?
That's an important message.
None of this is your fault.
As hard as this choice is, we break the pattern. Or the pattern breaks us.
Or the pattern breaks us. Fair enough. It ends with us. Yeah, I think the movie looks pretty solid. An upcoming American romance film directed by Justin Baldoni and written by Christy Hall, based on the 2016 novel of the same name by Colleen Hoover. It stars Blake Lively as Lily Bloom. Blake Lively always has this kind of magic around her, as I always explain to people. I haven't seen her in a lot of things, but one of my favorite movies with her is The Age of Adeline. I don't know if you've seen The Age of Adeline or not, but it's about Blake Lively's character, Adeline Bowman. She gets into a car accident and then she stops aging. And then you see Blake Lively dressed in all of these timepieces from the early 20th century towards the later 20th century, and then the movie is set in 2015, the year the movie came out. But it shows the timeless elegance that Blake Lively portrays, that Blake Lively just has shining off of her. I don't know how else to explain it, but she just has this magic, she has this charisma. She can make people fall in love with her, and I like that about her. Let's move on to the next one. A Quiet Place Day 1. The film stars Lupita Nyong'o from 12 Years a Slave and some of the Star Wars movies, and also Black Panther. It also stars Joseph Quinn. He stars as the wild-haired guy from Stranger Things season 4 that was really hyped up back when that season first came out. It's a prequel to the previous two A Quiet Place movies. This is gonna show us how it all began. So let's react to it, shall we? Okay. New York City. This is New York City, right? I've never been in New York City, so I don't know. Oh, they start getting attacked. And at first nobody knows what the cause of it is. Nobody knows that sound is the thing. Ooh. It does show us some interesting things. The day the world went quiet. Okay. A Quiet Place Day 1. Oh, imagine. Imagine looking up and seeing all these creatures. Nice trailer. I like the trailer. It's very promising. If this movie does well, which I hope it does, that it's going to explain a lot of questions that were left unanswered in the previous two installments in the franchise. Directed by Michael Sarnowski, based on a story he conceived with John Krasinski. Okay, so John Krasinski is still involved in the production, that's a good thing. I remember the first time I watched A Quiet Place. It was just before A Quiet Place Part 2 came out. No, A Quiet Place Part 2 was already showing in theaters, and me and some friends of mine, we were going to do a marathon. We were going to watch A Quiet Place Part 1 at my house in the living room, and then right after the movie was finished, we would go to the cinema to watch Part 2. That's how it went. And then I remember when we first watched the first part that my parents and sister, they were also in the living room, but they were in the other half. They were doing their own thing. And the movie was so quiet and we were all glued to the TV, and my dad just looked around like, what are you guys doing? And we were like, oh, we're watching a movie. You're watching a movie, but I don't hear anything. And we were all like, yeah, that's the point. That's the point of the movie, yeah. It's quiet. Yeah, and then the movie was finished and we went to see A Quiet Place Part 2 in the cinema right after. And the movies also had some grueling moments where you kind of cringe from like the beer trap thing and the nail in the stairs, you know, those are pretty hard to watch. But it does give these movies the kind of, the point is for them to not make a sound. So they gotta be put in situations where it's hard to not make a sound. I think this movie should have a scene where they try to open a bag of chips. Because I'm telling you right now that it's impossible. It's impossible. So let's move on to the next. Our final one for today is called Fly Me to the Moon, starring Scarlett Johansson and Channing Tatum. Let's have a look, shall we?
NASA needs a marketing specialist, and you are the best.
Ah, Woody Harrelson's in this.
355 horses for him.
I've always liked the 1960s style.
Lucky that my water.
You know what it is.
Hi, Ron.
Why sell cars when you could think bigger?
Fly me to the moon. It's about the space race.
You must be the launch director.
You're the killer from Manhattan.
Change plan.
But is this gonna be like a love story? Or,
We need backup.
because I don't see much romance happening.
What?
No one can ever know what we're doing.
I cannot.
Are they?
They will shoot you.
What is my budget?
Okay. They're gonna stage it. They're gonna stage the moon landing.
If you fake this mission, everything that we have sacrificed will have been for nothing. 5,
This order from the hippie top.
4,
We can't possible the dream.
3. Going around the corner, we'll see you on the other side. 2.
I think it looks pretty exciting.
I want you to walk as if you're carrying your mother. She's frail, but also heavy.
Okay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. The story is a new, original one, not based on a book, not a sequel, not a remake, not a prequel of any kind. It's just a fresh, new thing that we didn't have before, and I'm pretty hopeful. I'm pretty hopeful for this. I hope it's gonna be as good as it looks. The space race has always kind of sparked my interest in the sense that when I was in school and I had this chapter during history class, I always thought it was kind of interesting. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on this, so I'm genuinely curious for this, how it's gonna work out. And when did they say they were gonna? July 12th. July 12th. Okay. Gotta wait a couple more weeks. But I am curious. It did spark my interest. That's it for this video today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what movie it is that you are most hyped to see in 2024. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then I'll be seeing you next time.